Dear Ladylove TV.
Magandang araw. Narito pong muli ang pagpapatuloy ng ating kwentong pinamagatang Tadhana, Mukha ng Pag-ibig. Tunghayan na po natin ang ikasiyam na bahagi. My things dropped to the floor and my heartbeat started racing. I couldn't believe what he had just said. I think my jaw dropped as well. Hindi ako sure. I was still stupidly glued on the floor. A million thoughts ran through my head. And ang point lang ng lahat ng yon was, is he really serious? One part of me was screaming for Kian to be serious, while another part of me was waiting for him to blurt out that it was a joke and he was just testing me. Baka masaktan ko siya physically if he says that he's only joking. I didn't realize that I was already in tears, but I wasn't exactly sad. I don't even know why I was starting to cry. I was just so stunned and speechless. I was prepared for a different question. But here he goes. Here he goes again, leaving me dumbstruck. He got up from the bed and got a small light blue box from his side table drawer and walked to me. Nagulat ako na lumuhod siya sa harap ko. My breathing hitched. Oh my God, this is really happening. He took my cold and shaking hand and took a deep breath. I was planning this moment in my head for quite some time now. I wanted to wish you off to a remote island to propose, or on top of a building, or during a vacation in Paris. But all of those are cliché scenarios. Our love story was never conventional. All my romantic plans na manligaw, asking you to be my girlfriend and up to this point, were trumped by my overwhelming need to be with you. In my heart, I have always known that it's you I want to spend the rest of my life. From the time I kept failing to elicit a smile from you, I knew. Those times I have unsuccessfully tried to convince myself that we can't be together, I knew. When you wanted to throw your exams booklet to my face, I knew that. During those countless times I stared at you in Starbucks for hours, waiting for you to look at me even just once. When I desperately asked you to wait. When I watched you sleep in my arms every night. In other words, every day we're together and even we're apart, I have always known that there's no person I want to be with in this life or any other lifetime I'll be living. He sincerely looked at me. I was crying harder while smiling at what he said because I know, as he mentioned, those things are moments that happen to us, even those nagalit ako sa kanya. I felt the exact same way. I have always wanted him. I have always desperately and hopelessly wanted him. Kung kanila lang I felt nasasabog yung puso ko, ngayon it feels like my love has overflowed to fill every fiber of myself, Kian and everyone we love. It was unexplainable. My happiness was much too immense for grandiose words to even describe. God knows that you're the only person that I've loved this way, and the only one I will ever love this way. So now, even when we're in the most plain clothes and in the middle of doing our nightly routine, allow me to ask you the most important question I've ever asked in my life. Trixie Valdez, will you make me the happiest man in the world and marry me? He stared into my eyes and his gaze shot straight into my soul. Now my tears were uncontrollable. Yes, of course, yes, a million times yes. I knelt down with him and threw my arms around him and hugged him tightly. I was still in ecstasy and still crying happy tears. Trixie baby, he lightly laughed. Can I put your ring first in your finger? Oh my God, nakalimutan ko na din yon. I let him go. He opened the small box and ayan, sure na talaga ako. My jaw dropped. I have never seen a ring as beautiful as this one. Hindi ko itatanong kung magkano to kasi baka mahimatay lang ako. It was a Tiffany & Co. engagement ring. Naloka ako. He slid it on my left ring finger. And like him, the ring was a perfect fit for me. Perfect, like you. he said, admiring how it looked on me, and he kissed my hand, staring into my eyes. God, thank you. I don't know what I did to deserve this man, but I'm completely overjoyed that I can keep him forever. I love you, Kian. You're the only person I want to be beside me when all my dreams come true, and most especially when they don't. I kissed him and he carried me to the bed. Akala ko, alam mo na yung tatanong ko sa'yo. You got that look kanina. Yung itsura mo pag alam mo na yung mangyayari. Hindi mo talaga alam? He curiously asked as he grazed his fingers on my bare back as I lay on his arm. I smiled shyly sa pag-assume ko kanina. Mas grabe pala yung itatanong niya. I thought you were going to ask me to move in with you. Hindi ko alam na alam mo ito agad itatanong mo. Parang gano'n na din naman yon. He smiled. Sige nga. Anong pareho dun sa dalawang tanong na yon? I challenged him. Well, pareho kang dito titira dun sa dalawang tanong na yon. He tried smiling boyishly. Nirapan ko siya. Fine, minus this big rock you just put on me. I smiled as I looked at the ring on my hand resting on his chest. Oh my God, my parents are going to die pag nalaman nilang nag-propose ka na sa akin. Literally just hours after meeting them. Good or bad die? Ano nga ba? Paano ko sasabihin sa kanila? I asked him looking up to his face. Actually, may request ako dun, babe. Can we delay that muna? Kasi I was supposed to ask for your parents' blessing. Pero syempre, sabi mo nga, halos lahat ng stages sa relationships natin are out of their cosmic order. He said, excuses. Alam naman niyang hindi lang siya makapaghintay. Oo nga, proposal muna then moving in. Natawa ako ng konti. We both sat at waiting. Siguro nga hindi totoo yung hula. Tinuloy ko. He held me tightly. Totoo yon. Tadhana. I rolled my eyes at him good-naturedly. Who know na kung sino pa yung rason kung bakit ko mas lalong nilabanan yung luha na yan. Siya din yung rason for me to accept it. I still want to ask your parents for your hand. He said as he kissed my forehead. Paano pag ayaw nila? I joke. My dad would probably overreact. Narinig ko na yung sasabihin niya na we're too young and nag-aaral pa ako and that it's a huge responsibility. Akala mo naman hindi sila kinasal ni mami nung 22 pa lang sila. Parents talaga. Sasabihin ko too late na po. Pumayag na siya. Kian laughed. Baliw din talaga to eh. So kailan natin sasabihin sa parents mo? I asked him. Alam na nila. He's unbelievable. May hindi ba alam yung magulang niya sa amin? Nakita niya yung gulat kong tingin sa kanya. Babe, syempre, I had to let them know before I ask you. Well, your parents muna pala dapat, then I ask you. He kissed my forehead again and breathed in the scent of my hair. And, anong reaksyon nila? Ituloy mo yung sinasabi mo, Kian. I'm dying from anticipation here. Napaupo ako so I could see his facial expression. He laughed upon seeing my reaction. Relax, babe. They gave me their blessing. Kuya was serious for once. Bakit ko daw siya inuunahan? So sabi ko, hindi ko na problema kung napakabagal niya. Ang alam nila, I'll ask you when his semester ends for you. We really do suck at waiting. I pointed at the obvious. Hinila niya ako para ibalik sa pwesto ko kanina in his arms. Mas lalo na ako. Biro mo, dapat next year pa to. Natatawa siya sa sarili niya. What made you do it right now? I asked him. Tinitigan ko na naman yung singsing ko. It was exactly like Kian. It was hard not to look at sa sobrang ganda. Kasi naisip ko it won't matter if I ask you now or in few months or in a year. I would still do it anyway. So better to do it sooner. Medyo speed ka doon, attorney. I really can't wait to spend my life with you. He intensely looked at me. I had to restart my heart. Natawa siya kasi nararamdaman niya yung tibok ng puso ko. Obviously, natawa ulit ako and biniro ko siya. Tinaasan niya ako ng kilay in amusement. Like saying as if ako hindi ganon. And as if my beating heart wasn't giving me away. Well, ako din naman. Inamin ko out loud and touched his cheek slowly and kissed him deeply. Sunday came and we invited Max and Leia, Ryan, Troy, and Cecile, who apparently was still in our unit for dinner sa condo ni Kian. We wanted to tell them our news together. I cook carbonara dahil yun lang naman yung alam kong lutuin. And Kian made steak. Parang birthday ko na naman. We also bought whiskey for the boys and wine para sa aming girls. Attorney! I heard Troy's voice when Kian opened the door. Hi, Trixie! He approached me sa kusina para bumeso pero Hinila ni Kian yung t-shirt niya bago pa siya makabeso. Tumawa siya sa ginawa ni Kian. Grabe yung bodyguard mo, Trixie. Daig pa yung proteksyon ng mga artista. Kian pointed at his coach. Umupo ka na lang. Pagbuksan mo ng pinto yung mga dadating. Tinaboy niya dun sa sala si Troy. Nilapag niya yung mga dala niyang Johnny Walker Black sa dinner table that was already set up. Then pumunta na nga dun sa couch. Di ko naman alam na mag-iinuman sila ng todo tonight. Love, samahan mo muna dun si Troy. Kaya ko na to. Alas na naman eh. Pertaining to the last steak that we're cooking. I practically pushed him towards Troy's direction. Medyo matagal na silang hindi nagkikita ulit so magkwentuhan muna sila. Next to arrive was Leia and Cecile. Hoy Cecile, kasama ka pala? Teka, on a scale of 1 to 10, gaano ka-awkward tong nandito ka kasama ng totoong girlfriend ni Kian? Pang-asar ni Troy. Mukhang binatukan siya ni Kian and Cecile sarcastically laughed at him. I can't believe you're still friends with him, Kian, she retorted pertaining to Troy. Kian started giving out drinks. Hi, inuman din pala to, Leia said but took her wine. Babe, mag-shower ka na. I'll join you in a while. Kian hugged me from the back and whispered to me. Kinilabutan ako. Yup, same effect over and over again and every single time. I don't think this kilig from him will ever die down so far. Aba, attorney, may mga bisita tayo. I playfully turn around and look at him. Kaya nga pinainom ko na sila eh. He winked at me. Huwag ka nga maligo. You smell heavenly. I placed my arms around his neck to smell him. Ahem, may mga bisita kayo. Baka nakakalimutan nyo. Troy was suddenly there and kinuha yung bote ng whiskey habang nakangiti sa amin ng pang-aasar. Mauna ka na, love. Mas mabilis ka sa akin eh. Ako nang tatapos nito. I insisted and buti na lang hindi nakipagtalo si Kian and he gave me a quick kiss before going to his room to take a quick shower. We probably both smell like the kitchen right now pero syempre, ang naaamoy ko lang sa kanya, yung usual niyang mabangong amoy. The next to arrive was Max and by that time, ako naman na yung nakaka-shower dahil okay na lahat ng food na nakahanda na sa table and tapos na din si Kian maligo. We were only waiting for Ryan. Max was anticipating in the meeting. Syempre, nandun si Cecile. Kasi nakwento na lahat ni Leia sa kanya yung weirdness ni Cecile and his dying to meet her already. By the time I was done, dumating na din si Ryan at nagkwentuhan na sila doon. I already wore my engagement ring bago ako lumabas to join them. As soon as Kian saw me, he joined me to stand in front of our friends and place his hand around my waist. Napansin naman nila na parang may gusto kaming sabihin. Guys, the reason why we brought you all here is my announcement. Kami ni Kian. I smiled at Kian and napakagat ako sa lower lip ko. Oh my God, buntis ka no? Max screamed at me accusingly. Inirapan ko siya to tell him no. Although kung totoo yon, it will fit in well doon sa out-of-order structure na relationship namin ni Kian. We're engaged. I beamed out our friends while flashing the back of my hand to show my ring. Cecile screamed and napatalon siya. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Nagtilian din sina Leia and Max at nagmamadali silang pumunta sa akin to hug me. Napaiyak na si Leia sa saya. Hinablot ni Max yung kamay ko and napanganga siya. Diyos ko, attorney, ginalingan mo na naman, he said while admiring my ring with Leia. Ryan, Cecile, and Troy also hugged Kian than me. Bilis mo naman pre, congrats, keep up. Biro ni Troy kay Ryan. Sa tamang panahon, Ryan wiggled both his eyebrows at Leia. Namula dun si Leia pero ang pa-cute ng ngiti niya. Ang kilig na si girl. Cecile also hugged me tight and looked at me ring. Tiffany, oh my God, I know how much it cost. Pero hindi ko sasabihin. Her giggle subsided when Kian glared at her. Bulong mo yan sa amin mamaya, Mars. Leia addressed Cecile who nodded enthusiastically. Dinner went well at nagkwentuhan na kami. They asked how Kian proposed. Medyo let down para kay Cecile kasi ang iniisip niya that Kian had a grand plan to do it. But I think the way it happened was perfect for us. Tama si Kian, we're not conventional. So perfect lang na we didn't need all those extravagant plans and scenic places. Ang importante lang naman, we both wanted to marry each other. And we meant it with all our hearts. Pwede ko ba to i-post sa Instagram? Max asked me after taking about a dozen pictures. No, wag muna. Friend mo si Kim, di ba? Hindi pa alam ng parents ko. And I just met him yesterday. I quickly told Max. Fine, itong group picture na lang natin. Kaso good luck, mukhang kitang-kita pa rin yung singsing mo, Mars. Baka hanggang space station kita yan. Max looked disappointed that he couldn't post the picture he took at me and Kian showing my ring. I'm sure may caption na siyang napaisip para doon. Gano'n ka kabilis doon, pre? Kakikilala lang sa'yo na magulang nag-propose ka na kaagad? May inuunahan ka na ba? Ryan was surprised pero natawa siya sa kaibigan niya. Naninigurado lang yan. Ayaw ng bakuran lang. Gusto Great Wall of China. Humirit si Troy. Kailan niyo sasabihin kila tita? Leia asked me pero si Kian ang sumagot. Actually, ang plano ko talaga mag-propose ako after December pero wala. Na-excite ako masyado. Sasabihin namin pag nakapagpaalam ako ng maayos sa kanila. Kunyari hindi ko pa natatanong si Trixie. Kian chuckled and placed his arms around me. Walang marunong sa inyo maghintay, no? Hiniritan kami ni Max. Well, obvious naman yon. I just stared at her and knew I had to do it at the moment. Kian winked at me and kissed me on the cheek. Inirapan siya ni Cecile. She's probably still thinking that I deserve that grand proposal. Could have been helped with the people and the whole event. Instead of proposing in your bedroom, wala man lang rose petals? She retorted. Yup, she wanted that type of grand affair. Kay Charles may turo yan. My girl is very happy with my proposal. Kian winked at me. Aba teka lang Cecile, parang nagiging komportable ka na sa kondo nila Leia. May pera ka na ba? Humirit si Kian sa kaibigan niya habang nagiinuman na kami. Nahihiya na nga ako kay Leia. Charles needed to extend pa in Cebu until Wednesday to inspect their new manufacturing plants there. Wala pa nga akong pera. Do you think I should sell my car so I can have cash? She asked him. Alam kaya niya kung gaano kadaming actual cash yung makukuha niya para sa kotse niya? Napakaganda ng kotse mo. Ako na lang bibili. Pero 10 gives ha. Hirit ni Troy. Gago, hindi niya alam yung 10 gives. Saka, alam mo ba kung magkano yun, Troy? Natawa si Kian. Divided into 10 installments. Troy signed sa kamay niya to Cecile who was frowning kasi hindi niya alam yung 10 gives. Baliw ka din eh. Hindi naman yan bingi. Gigil ako nitong kabarkada nyo, attorney ha. Kala ko lahat kayo smart. Humirit si Max kay Troy. Natawa sa lahat. Special child namin to. Ryan patted Troy's head na parang bata. Pautangin na lang muna kita, Cecile. Bayaran mo si Leia sa lahat ng mga kinain mo doon. Kian said. Babe, bigyan mo din siya ng pambili ng damit. Wala na mga panty yan. I don't think marunong siya maglaba. I whispered to him and natawa siya. Dagdagan ko, bumili ka na din ng damit. He continued. You still have money after buying that? Cecile pointed at my hand. My God, magkano ba to? Mapipigilan ko kaya yung sarili ko not to check the price sa internet? Nagkwentuhan pa kami buong gabi. I actually forgot to study. Sana lang hindi kami matawag ni Leia sa 2 klase namin bukas. Well, this news was worth studying for. Pagdating ko sa law firm, most of the interns are out except for Kyla. Si Martha, may court appearance kasama si Steve. Si Lawrence naman may client meeting kasama si Kian and si Nate was with Mia filing pleadings. Napansin agad ni Kyla yung singsing ko paglapag ko ng mga bag sa desk ko. Oh my God, she said aloud. Shh, I signed so she can tone it down. Patingin, she took my hand to look at my ring. Kakasilaw ah, grabe din si Kuya Kian. Pagtapos niyong umamin, grab agad-agad ng bagong opportunity. Natawa siya and she hugged me. Congrats! So, kailan ang engagement party? Oh yeah, I'm sure we would throw one, knowing Tita Isa. But we need to tell my parents first. Matagal pa. It's going to be a long engagement. I answered. I hope that was enough. Sure ka dyan? Kasi baka bukas pagbalik mo dito kasal na kayo. Natawa siya. Yeah, hindi din ako magugulat kung mangyayari yon. I couldn't believe it myself. Almost 3 months pa lang kami and now we're engaged. Not counting those months and naglalandian lang kami. Or trying not to. Was it too fast? But I agree with Kian. We both know that we want to be with each other for the rest of our lives, so why not? I'm praying my parents will be able to see it that way. Maybe, kailangan naming dalasan yung mga dinners namin sa bahay para makita nila how much we love each other and how Kian takes care of me. Nagulat ako when I heard Tita Isa's voice behind me. Trixie, can I borrow you for a second? She asked me. Wait lang, Kay, ha? I walk with Tita on the way to her office. I haven't even been there. Oh my God, alam na kaya that Kian proposed last Saturday? Is she going to ask me? Dapat ba tinago ko ngayon yung singsing ko? I entered the massive office. It was better than Kian's. And way neater. Though she had also so many law books lined on her large bookshelf. She also had a couch for casual meetings. She closed the door and gestured at the couch for me to sit. Do you want coffee? She asked me. Hindi ko alam kung itatago ko yung singsing ko or ano. No, thanks tita. Medyo kinakabahan na nga ako dahil first time namin mag-usap ng mami ni Kia nang wala siya. Ayoko nang dagdagan pa ang pagpapalpitate dahil sa kape. She eyed the ring on the finger and she smiled brightly. I see my son couldn't wait at all. Did you know that we were taking bets on how soon he's going to propose? I guess Carlo and your tito owes me a spa weekend, she said almost laughing. They took bets? Tinago ko na lang yung gulat ko. Carlo said Kian will chicken out. Bitter yun kasi inunahan siya ni Kian. And your tito said it will be on his birthday. I said he won't. He won't wait that long. I know my son. She smiled smartly. Congratulations and welcome to our family. Although matagal ka na naman talagang welcome, but it's now official. She hugged me tightly. Thank you, tita. Masyado atang napalaki yung ngiti ko sa kanya. I was excited na walang issue sa kanila and they already want this thing to happen. Sana ganito din sa family ko. I kept praying deep inside. I need to talk to you because Kian mentioned when we were in Cebu that Cecile is staying at your condo unit right now. He already filled me in the details of what Regina did. She wanted to talk to me about Cecile? Yes, tita. She's staying with us nung roommate ko. Di ko na sinabi na si Cecile na yung nasa kwarto ko because I'm practically living in with her son. Hindi din ako magugulat if alam niya na yon. She paused and thought for a while, deciding on how to best weigh what she wants to say. Kailan ko bang kabahan? Trixie, I really admire your kindness in taking Cecile into your home. But honestly, I don't think that's the best way. Medyo nagulat ako sa sinabi niya. I've always had the impression that she wanted to protect Cecile. But now she sounded like Kian. Tita, okay lang naman po. She's not really an inconvenience for us. I assured her. Baka nahihiya lang din siya sa amin. Weird kasi hindi naman niya anak si Cecile. Yes, that might be the case since Cecile is a nice person. But it's not that, Iha. I can feel her hesitating once more. I just waited for her to expound. If Regina finds out that you're helping Cecile, she might react harshly, she said. I can see her serious look that Kian mentioned to me. But she practically drove her out of their house, tita. So bakit siya magagalit if Cecile turns to friends for help? I mean, Cecile is there with us because of her, I said, slightly confused. What the hell? Hindi ko maintindihan kung gaano kakitid yung utak ng nanay ni Cecile. Pinalayas niya tapos gusto niyang miserable pa rin yung anak niya. Cutting her off was not enough. Yes, but Regina thinks differently, Trixie. If she wants Cecile to suffer, she'll make sure she will. And knowing that Cecile is with you, she'll bring her wrath upon her. Hindi ba all the more we should keep her there? Do you think her mom will find out? Cecile is Kian's friend, not mine. But syempre, nakilala ko na din siya and she's nice. Ayoko naman na maabot siya ng nanay niya. Now, I see why Kian said you're really, really special. Even if Cecile's not your friend, you're still willing to help her at whatever cost. She smiled at me affectionately. But Trixie, Regina is very dangerous. I don't want anything to happen to you once she finds out who's helping her daughter. And she has all the means to find out. Now, she looks worried. So, what should we do? Tita, ayoko naman siyang palayasin sa kondo. Kawawa naman siya. Can we just keep her hidden there and no one finds out? I don't know if that idea will sit well with Cecile, lalo na dahil she seems to find the real world very fascinating. Konti na lang. Sasama na yun sa amin kung saan-saan. But if she's in danger from her own mother, kahit itali na namin siya ni Leia Cecilia, gagawin namin. But until when? Cez mentioned she's going to stay with Charles when she gets back from Cebu. I suddenly remembered Cecile's plan. Kian already talked to him. He asked him to sort it out. I'm not sure how the Manansalas are going to react. I don't think they would risk Charlie's getting in the middle of this mess. She exhaled. Parang nahihirapan na din si tita sa mga problema na ganito, na hindi naman niya dapat pinoproblema in the first place. Siguro dahil involved lang si Kian. Pero paano si Cecile? If Charles loved her that much, she would at least take care of her or ilayo siya sa nanay nito. Ayoko lang kayong madamay ni Kian, anak. And I'm worried. She worriedly held my hand. Kasama ka na pala sa pamilya niya. I'm praying that Charlie can talk sense to his family so he could take Cecile in. It makes me uneasy that she's there with you. Oh my God, is Leia in any danger? The thought sent shivers down my spine. I couldn't let anything bad happen to her. Wala siyang kinalaman dito. On the other hand, paano din naman namin paaalisin si Cecile? Exactly how dangerous is Regina? I wondered, not knowing that in a few days, I'll be finding out the answer to my question. True to his word, hatid sundo na nga ako ni Kian. Everywhere he scheduled his client meetings around my class schedule, and halos lahat ng meetings niya while I'm in class were done at a nearby cafe or restaurant. Doon na din siya nagtatrabaho. It was insane safety measure, but he didn't seem to mind. I also called my parents about what happened. My dad, after assuring him that I was okay and Leia only fractured her arm and hit her head hard, but was now okay, gave a litany about reckless drivers and staying vigilant on the road. I already assured them that Kian was going to drive me everywhere, and napalagi naman sila doon. My parents even talked to Kian on the phone to make sure that we both stay safe, not knowing that there was different growing threat. You think I should already tell your parents that I'm asking for your blessing to marry you? Total, parang botong-boto na sila sa akin. He asked Magli after siyang kausapin nila mommy and daddy. Sige love, ikaw naman ang haharap sa kanila eh. I don't think that facing my parents ever worried him. And I already said yes to him. My parents' blessing was just a formality that Kians insist on getting. Leia was discharged the next day after our accident. She's staying again with her parents habang nagpapagaling. I still feel bad about it. To ease my guilt a little, I told her the truth, that our accident wasn't exactly an accident and Regina was involved. I apologized to her because I didn't tell her about the threat. Trixie, hindi mo naman alam ang nangyari yon, and hindi mo naman yun ginusto. Sa totoo lang, no one even knew that Cecile was staying with us, so stop apologizing. Kian and Charlie will get the evil Queen Regina for this, she said encouragingly. Tita Isa also hugged me tight as soon as I reported back to the firm after a few days after the accident. I'm so relieved nothing happened to you. I thought I was going to have an anxiety attack when Kian told me that you were in an accident. She affectionately touched my cheek. Hindi ko alam kung naluluha na din siya. As for Kian and Charles' plan, I had no idea what was going on. What I only knew is napapadala si Kian sa loob ng study niya for the past 2 days. He was dead serious about keeping me out of it. Friday morning sa firm, we threw a small despedida party for Nate, Lawrence, and Martha because they were already done with their internship. I was genuinely sad to see Martha and Nate, Lawrence go. Naalala ko yung mga moments na ang simple lang ang ginagawa namin ay pagchichismisan ni Kian. But everything has to move on. I wish them luck sa mga natitira nilang SEM and to see them during the bar exam. Weekend came and napansin ko na hindi pa masyadong stress si Kian. Nang konti, we agreed to have lunch sa bahay namin, na ikinatuwa naman ng mga magulang ko. I reluctantly left my ring in its box sa drawer ni Kian sa condo. My dad wanted another blow-by-blow recount of the accident that happened kahit ilang araw na yung nakalipas. And inulit na naman niya yung mga pinagsasabi niya sa akin over the phone and kept looking at Kian, who agreed with everything he was saying. And it satisfied my dad. Then they went on discussing cases na accident that was Kian, the one handling. Anak, you think siya na yung pakakasalan mo? My mom suddenly asked me while we were cleaning up the kitchen with my sister and Lola. Medyo nagulat ako sa tanong niya. Did Kian already talk to them? Naku ate, huwag mo nang pakawalan yan. Kasi pag hindi mo pinakasalan yan, uunahan ka ni Dad. Kimmy laughed beside me. Pinapanood namin sila Dad, Kian and tatay na nagkakape at nagkwekwentuhan habang nanonood ng TV. I was surprised at what my sister said about my dad. Kasi kay Jason noon, ang tagal niya bago kinausap ng matino. But he is special. I guess nakita lang ng dad ko na we have was something different and seryoso at panghabang buhay. Love, I think may go signal ka na kay mommy. And I think si dad din papayag eventually. But he most definitely won't break something pag nasabi ko na sa kanila. I told him nung pauwi na kami from our house. Kinakabahan ako sa tatay mo, pero nagulat ako na siya pa yung naunang nagsabi that I have his blessing. Si tita naman nagtatanong na agad kung kailan tayo magpapakasal. Parang mas excited pa siya. Pero sabi ko, magpo-propose muna ako sa'yo kasi baka hindi ka pumayag. He chuckled amusedly, masyadong confident dahil nag-oo na ako sa kanya. He laughed as his answer. I slapped him sa arm. Love, your face usually gives everything away. Kaya hinahayaan ko na lang sila yung umarte at magpanggap na wala silang alam. I'm proposing to you again tomorrow, just so you know dahil yun yung sinasabi ko sa kanila. Over a romantic dinner. He continued with an amused tone when I finally crossed my arms on my chest, pretended to be grumpy about me not being able to act. Tita Isa was ecstatic that Kian finally told my parents. She was now planning the engagement party. We agreed to do it the following weekend and she plans to invite my family over dinner on Tuesday sa bahay nila to meet them before the engagement party. Then I called my parents nung gabi to fake gush about Kian's proposal. Natatawa si Kian sa akin while he listened to me recount my parents how he's supposed to propose. Sabi ko we never even made it to the romantic dinner he planned at nagpo-propose na siya agad sa condo pa lang and I was so hungry and dinner was forgotten. Before we were getting ready to leave, Kian kissed my forehead and said, "Wait lang babe, I need to talk to mom and dad about something." He stood up and Tita Isa and Tito followed Kian sa office ng tatay niya. I knew it was about Regina. Halos every night niyang kausap si Charlie and some other people sa study niya. And sa totoo lang, not knowing what's it about was making me anxious, like now. Medyo nagtatagal na din sila dun sa office ng tatay niya. So I went sa garden nila to talk to Leia to distract myself and to check up on her. "Kumusta ka na, Mars?" I asked her. "Eto, spoiled. Doktor ba naman na mag-alaga sa'yo? Nandito ako sa bahay niya." She said, obviously kinikilig. "Tell me about it." "Kian drives me everywhere. Kulang na lang sumama sa klase ko. By the way, naloka ako sa suggestion nilang dalawa na mag-stop na tayo ngayong SEM." I also said, "I'm happy we have super protective boyfriends. Leia deserves Ryan's care. Mas napapalagay ako that she's safe with him." "How's your arm?" I asked. "Better na yung arm ko. Kulang na lang mag-uwi na si Ryan dito ng x-ray machine at gamitin araw-araw sa akin." On the upside down, I get to spend more time with Audie. Nag-i-enjoy siyang mag-drawing sa cast, so puro hearts and butterflies na lang yung cast ko ngayon. And she also plays my doctor when Ryan lets her give my meds. "Promise Mars, mahal na mahal ko na tong batang to." Leia's voice turns affectionate. I think I want kids agad. I smiled at the thought, and kinilig din ako. I can wait to start my life with Kian and to have our own family. Ses is with Charlie already. Buti naman dahil mas safe siya doon. As for the problem, Kian doesn't want me to get involved kaya he's keeping me in the dark about the plans. I feel torn. I don't want to know kasi I don't want anything to do with Regina anymore and to respect Kian's wish. Pero at the same time, I'm dying to know if magiging safe ba si Kian or mapapahamak siya because of it. I confessed to her. "Trixie, understandable na mag-alala ka. Kaso this is Regina Zobel. She's very dangerous. Tignan mo na lang yung nangyari sa atin. Baka mas okay nga sila na lang yung makakaalam ng gagawin nila. But ayoko nang pag-usapan yung bruhang yon. Kumusta ang the whole engagement?" My parents already know. Kian asked for the blessing ng Friday behind my back. Pero masaya ako kasi they gave their blessing. Then kanina I told them Kian proposed already so lahat ng tao aligned na finally na engaged na kami. And we just planned our engagement party for Saturday. I felt good talking to Leia. Feeling ko may normal pa sa buhay ko. Sana kung ano man yung plano ni Cecile, Charles, and Kian would be enough to shut down Regina. Tuesday came and as predicted, my parents left Kian's house. My mom kept on whispering to me that their house was incredible and gusto niya din ng ganoong bahay. Yeah, you and me both, ma. After dinner, our two mothers with my sister started planning the engagement party excitedly, na parang sila yung ikakasal. Kian took my hand and we walked their garden. He took me in his arm. I can feel happiness radiating through him. Ang sarap pala sa feeling na ganito, Kian said. I know, this might not be my first serious relationship, but I didn't think it could feel this way. I love you so much. Kahit feeling ko hindi enough yun to describe what I really feel for you. I sincerely told him. I tiptoed to kiss him and he held me, almost lifting me off my feet. When the engagement party came, masaya ang lahat. My friends came. Nagulat din ako sa pagdating ni Jason. Hindi ko inaasahan. Nandito din sina Leia and Max. He asked, looking around. Yeah, nandyan lang sila around. They would want to see you at ang tagal nyo nang hindi nagkikita. Jason excused himself nung makita niya na sina Max to greet them. I already updated the tune sa pinagdaanan ni Jason kaya niya yung nagawa and that he was already getting help from her mom. I scanned the room for Kian, but before I can find him, I saw her. Regina Sobel. My heartbeat raced as I was frantically about to move and look for Kian pero naunahan ako ni Regina. No. She brandished a handgun and nagpaputok siya pataas and place fell silent. We all froze when we saw that it was a gun that made the deafening sound. I can see Kian searching for me. Ma, what are you doing here? Cecile spoke up as she hurriedly walked towards her mom. You think you can easily take me down? My own daughter? Wala kang utang na loob. Regina pointed the gun to Cecile and humarang si Charlie sa harap ni Cecile. But somehow, I knew she wasn't here for Cecile. I was glued to where I'm standing. At ikaw, don't you think I won't find out that it was you who's behind of everything that's happening to me? She then pointed the gun at Kian, her eyes filled with rage and malice. No, not Kian, please. I screamed internally. I decided to move towards him but I can see him fiercely shake his head when she saw me from where he's standing, telling me not to move. There was a big lump on my throat and I was already in tears. If you're taking away everything from me, then I'm going to enjoy watching you lose everything tonight. Lumingon si Regina and now pointed the gun at me. Sabi nila pag malapit ka ng mamatay, your life would flash before your eyes. All the memories you treasured, all the faces of your loved ones. But for me, the only thought I had was Kian. His eyes were the only ones I saw. I told him I love him forever through my eyes. I turned around to run as I heard two gunshots.